My whole life has changed since I decided to be gluten-free. Yeah, it really has changed though. That just came to me right as I hit record. But yeah, so May 1st of this year, I'm always like, where do I look? Up, down. Okay. May 1st of this year, 2023, I decided to be gluten-free. Been known I should be gluten-free for about 5-6 years, but you know, it was like at home I was gluten-free, but those, I would probably eat out at least like maybe 4 times a month. And those times I would, I'd eat a regular flour tortilla, or I wouldn't order a gluten-free bun. But anyway, so I finally, May 1st, decided to dedicate and have dedicate myself to a gluten-free lifestyle, and to exercise the discipline to keep it up on a regular basis. Because I had gone like maybe 3 years ago, I was like, oh, let me not have gluten for 30 days. Saw great results. My stomach wasn't bloated. That was the biggest result, to be honest, at that time. Excuse me. But this time, so I'm 3 months in now, right? My face is not bloated. I realize now my whole body was bloated. It wasn't just my stomach. My stomach was bloated. My face was bloated. My arms was bloated. Everything was just basically inflamed, because when I think of inflammation, I think of your body's irritated by something. And for me, for my body, it was my body had been irritated by gluten, but I didn't care enough to stop 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, dedicated myself to not inflaming my body by consuming something that's difficult for it to digest, gluten. So I'm super proud of myself, and I wanted to make this video because it's funny, because I see the post, people like, oh, we're unbigging our backs, we're doing, or unbigging our backs. But one of the ways that you might unbig your back is to let go of gluten, because wheat is one of the most hybridized grains. And if it was just wheat, real wheat, or maybe the wheat they give the cows the good stuff. Anyway, never mind. So so that may be the way to unbig your back, because I know the other day I put my hands on my, they say put your hand up on my hip, but I did it more like, I just went like this, but on my, like, right here area. And I was like, it was less to grab. I'm like, all right, no, go through with the discipline. So just want to encourage you that, because most of the time we know what we should be doing or should not be doing, we just don't actually implement it. And a lot of times, sometimes we need the doctor got to tell you. No, the doctor ain't got to tell you, because you already know what you should and should not be eating. And the way we know it is, like, say for instance, if you take 30 days and don't eat a particular food, and then bring it back into your food consumption plan, your body start acting funny, then you don't need to be eating that. You don't need Dr. Stelson to let you know, hey, it looks like you're allergic to that. But anyway, no shade to those who do that, but I'm just saying, you got to be honest with yourself. I just had to finally be honest with myself. Sugar was another thing. Refined sugar. Over the years, I noticed that when I would eat sugar, and by that I mean refined white sugar, I couldn't eat. I used to love them little grandma's cookies, the two of them in a pack. I couldn't eat those anymore. All of a sudden I get pimples, and I'm like, well, what's going on? I've been eating this stuff. So these recipes have been changing. And so I had to make a change. And it took me years to make that adjustment too. But I realized that if I wanted a healthy body and I wanted healthy skin, I was just going to have to let go of the gluten. So as y'all can see, I'm sitting in my car. And in an empty parking lot, and the person come park one spot away from me. Does that get on anybody else's nerves? I'd be like, all this room and you had to come park right here? But anyway, so I forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, consider just letting it go. Have the discipline to eat what loves you. Not just what you love to eat, but eat what loves you. Not just here, oh, it tastes good, but when it get down to the gut, is it showing you love there? That's what matters. So we got to step it up. We want different results. We want a different body. We can create it, but we have to make different decisions. And like I just go to this boot camp. The coach used to say, she said 80% is what you put in your mouth. And a lot of times, if that 80 is good, you don't have to do a whole lot of exercise to make a whole lot of, to see a difference. But, a lot of people want to eat whatever they want 80% of the time and then try to work it all off, in the gym. It ain't going to happen. You got to change.